Hi, in this demonstration, I will show how we can view analytics for GraphQL APIs and their underlying services using Arvata Euclid. Here I have a Kibana dashboard that's been configured for Arvata GraphQL. As you can see, we haven't had any traffic come through in the last 15 minutes. Let's go over to Arvata Euclid to configure one of our endpoints to start sending some data through. Here I have a GraphQL endpoint that's been deployed. But as you can see in my logging properties, my logging type is set to none. Out of the box, I have several options I can choose from for my logging type. I can choose internal, that's going to send logs to the internal log system on the gateway itself. Database, that will send to the gateway database. I can also set up configurations for Elasticsearch or Splunk. And if none of those fit your needs, then you can choose custom, which will allow you to bring your own gateway policy to send logs wherever you want. For this demonstration, I'm going to choose Elasticsearch. The options below allow me to control specific sets of data that will be sent in these logs. For this, I'm going to choose connectors. That's going to give me log data for the connections to our backend services. And then I'll need to choose an Elasticsearch connector. This is just a predefined configuration for the backend that this is going to be sending to. So just my URI, username, password can be defined here. I'll then click Save Changes. And this will update our service. Now let's go back over to our Kibana dashboard. I have some threads running in the background, so we should start to see some data coming through soon. At the top here, we have several metrics that allow us to see things like success versus failure, latency by connector type, which tells us which connectors might be performing better than others. And then down below here, we have two sets of data coming in. On the left, we have the request overview. This is metadata about the request that came from the client. And on the right, we have the connector overview. That is information about the backend services that are being invoked as part of this GraphQL query. And if I wanted to filter and say, just see the connectors that were associated with this particular request, I can do that and see that this request simply used a REST backend, for example. This is just an example of what can be done with the out-of-the-box metrics provided by Arvata Euclid. If you're using Kibana and want to try this out yourself, you can download the ND.json file needed to create this dashboard from our GitHub repo at github.com/arvata-io. Thanks for watching.